A life of a photographer. It would be expected to believe that a life of a photographer is easy. Traveling the world, taking pictures, and getting paid for it. Well, there is some truth to that. But it doesn't always start like this for most photographers. To be a successful photographer, you really need to have the passion and drive for it. Because the early days are not easy. You might not get paid for the first few jobs. Your first few edits might not be of quality. And people might not understand the world from your eyes. But it takes perseverance and drive to get to a level where the world is seen from your point of view. There is more to photography than just taking pictures. You are expressing emotion through a picture, something that can connect to one's soul. There are different types of photographers. You will find a studio photographer, portrait photographer, a landscape photographer, or you can find someone who does all of the above and more. What a typical day of a photographer would look like. Some would say it usually starts early with some coffee to start the day, and then a location scout before you meet a client. Maybe even a full day of driving around the city, finding the right angles to shoot those tall skyscrapers. But one thing for sure is that it starts with the love for photography. How do photographers make a living? Well, it depends what type of photographer you are. Some photographers work for companies or organizations where some photographers rely on photo shoots and sessions. These days, photographers do both these tasks where they have contracts with organizations and still have sessions with individual clients. As a photographer, you cannot rely on one source of income. Photographers also look at selling albums, books, prints, and canvases. There is a lot a photographer can do to have a sustainable career in photography. To be a professional photographer, you need to be motivated, disciplined, and flexible. As a photographer, you need to be a people person. You get to work with different types of people. People who are important and people who think they're important. But it is important to make the person feel comfortable. Share a joke or two. Get to know them a little. Make sure that they forget about the camera. The beautiful thing about photography is it is a large community filled with inspiring creatives. Collaboration is what connects people and inspires photographers to push each other even more. A life of a photographer is more than just taking pictures, but is about documenting life's experiences for the world to be inspired, appreciative, and thankful.